Lychee Main's ice cream cone used to be my favorite face tattoo of all time, but not anymore. And I'm not talking about you, Mike Tyson, with your culturally appropriating Maori tribal face tattoo. Get out of here! Women tattooing their faces is generally frowned upon, to say the least, in Western society. But if we look at indigenous tattoo cultures around the world, ladies' faces, and especially areas around their chins and mouths, have been primary canvases for showcasing that lady had it going on. In Papua New Guinea's Tufi Tribe, female face tattoos mean that a girl has been publicly presented into womanhood. Elder women would tattoo intricate designs into younger women's faces after they got their periods for the first time, not to make them look sexier, but rather add a little adult razzle-dazzle, kind of like getting your ears pierced. For Atayal women in indigenous Taiwan, face tattoos meant she's crafty. They could only receive the coveted markings after they had mastered weaving ceremonial cloth, which signaled that they were ready to care for and clothe a family. Young Fulani women in Mali tattooed their faces to let everybody know they're looking for a husband. Meanwhile, in the United States, we just have the bachelor. In that culture, darkening your gums, lips, and a wide area around your mouth is meant to brighten your teeth and beautify. But for Chin women in Western Myanmar, face tattoos originally meant she's just not that into you. Although the intricate tribal designs across their entire faces became a beautifying rite of passage, according to local lore, this Chin tradition began when a ruling prince swooped into the village, captured a Chin woman who then escaped, and tattooed her face to ensure that he would not want her back. The elaborate Chin tattoos worn by New Zealand's indigenous Maori women symbolize that they have lived full lives, with various patterns denoting different milestones, including graduating, marriage, childbirth, and even commemorating the death of loved ones, which sounds like similar tattoo inspo for people in the US. For Inuit women in the Pacific Northwest, tattoos meant she's tough. After their first periods, young women would receive ceremonial tattoos, and the wider the design, that meant the more pain they could withstand, which was an understandably desirable trait for people who lived in a very harsh climate, and continue to live. And continue to get face tattoos. Finally, in Algeria's northeastern mountainous region, indigenous women's face tattoos simply meant she wanted to look good. Some would get suns, palm trees, diamonds, and other shapes on their faces because they thought it was pretty, and in that way it was sort of like permanent makeup. And then later, in the face of French colonization, those tattoos became a form of cultural preservation. But in the face of industrialization and globalization, a lot of these indigenous tattoo cultures are dying off. And in that sense, what women's face tattoos mean to me is that we need to ensure that the history and meanings of these intricate designs don't fade from our collective memory.